Welcome back to It's Fire for Me. I'm Jesse, and today I made a bit of a mistake. And as I'm sure you noticed in the title and thumbnail, it has to do with my HSA account. Now, while it doesn't feel good to talk about it, sharing my mistakes with you guys is one of the main reasons I made this channel. And so I think it's important that we go ahead and talk about it today. And maybe even you guys can give me some tips and pointers on areas that you guys have found to better do this. So let's get into it. So HSA, also known as a health savings account, is something that's often used in the fire community in a way to help in early retirement. Not everybody has access to an HSA, but those who do like to use this as another form of investing. An HSA is often confused with an FSA. An FSA is a flexible spending account. FSAs are similar to HSAs because you're contributing them pre-tax throughout the year, but the money in your FSA that you do not use by the end of the year is lost. Where an HSA, it's not lost. You get to keep that money and use it all the way up until you die. Another thing about an HSA is that you can invest the money that's in your HSA. Now, the reason HSAs are so popular in the fire community is because they're considered triple tax advantaged. You don't get taxed on the money when you put it in, so you save on taxes there. You don't get taxed on the money when you take it out, so you save on the tax there. And you don't get taxed on the money as it grows. So that's where the triple tax advantage comes from. Now here's where I made the mistake. Now I know this is going to make me look kind of dumb, but I got to share it with you. So I've only had the account for a couple years now. I think 3 total, started midway through a couple years ago. So I'm not that far into it yet, but I've been contributing to the account through my work, and I've got $10,000 in the account now. And I was thinking about it as I was watching other videos on HSAs, and I realized that I never invested the money that's in the account. So when you put the money in, I wasn't being taxed on it, getting that tax savings. I haven't taken the money out yet, but when I do, I'll save that tax savings, but I'm missing the third level of tax exemption, which is growing the money. So I need to get the money in there invested. And this is something that wasn't super obvious to me for some reason. I guess I just assumed that with an HSA they were automatically investing it for me. I don't know what I thought. But anyways, it's just been sitting in cash in the account. I need to get it invested. So TD Ameritrade is the investment that I can use to invest my HSA based on where it's located. So I'm going to go ahead and set that account up probably tomorrow or the next day, and we'll get it invested. But I had a couple questions for you guys that hopefully you can help me with as I start to figure this stuff out. My first question is, how much of the $10,000 should I be investing? If I invest it all, does that mean I don't have access to it? If I do have a medical situation that I need to pull the money out of? Or when I do need to use the money, do I need to take it out of the investment and then use it? I don't know. I still don't totally understand that. If you guys have watched videos or you understand how that works, please link them in the comments down below. I'm still learning about all of this, and please don't take the stuff that I'm telling you as how to do it, but more of how not to do it, I guess, as I kind of screwed up on it myself. So not a huge mistake, not something that really cost me money except for growth, and we're really only looking at about a year and a half worth of growth on the majority of the money anyway. So we'll go ahead and we'll get it invested. Hopefully it'll start growing from here, and we'll see that kind of growth. The other thing I realized was I wasn't considering this HSA money in my net worth. So there's about 10 grand that's going to add to my net worth, and my next net worth statement's going to be looking nice and healthy there. So that's kind of cool. One of the things I did notice on one of the videos I was watching was when you do have medical expenses now that you pay for out of pocket and don't use your HSA, you'll want to save those receipts, because if you do end up retiring early before you can withdraw from your retirement accounts, you can use those receipts from your medical expenses now as a way to withdraw the money out of your HSA in 5, 10, 15 years from now, at any point between the time you had the expense all the way up until you need the money. So make sure you hold on to your receipts if they're medical expenses and you have an HSA and you're using this method, as those can be key ways to get some money in early retirement without having to pull from your actual retirement account. So another reason why this is a popular account in the FIRE community, and I thought I would talk about it. So anyways, what am I missing? What am I still not understanding about HSAs? I find health insurance itself very complicated and confusing, and still trying to wrap my head around it. So I'd love all your feedback, anything you can do to help me out there, and that would be much appreciated. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed this video. A little different, but I felt like I should share it, because if I make the mistakes, I'm sure other people have probably made it too, and hopefully I can save them some grief of missing out on some investment opportunities, and they can get that money invested and start growing. So anyways, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.